What is up, guys? It's Alfred. I'm back with another video. This time we're gonna be doing some 10 and all on Party Poker. And lately, I just been getting wrecked in this pool. Had a really bad last. I started off pretty well, but then had a pretty bad last few sessions where I've been losing quite a bit. I'm not sure if this the rate's too high and my strategy's not really working, but yeah. Hopefully recording keeps me in check, sort of thing. So we're gonna make a call with the sevens on board one, opening up the king jack suited here. Gonna bet small, and we have a pretty easy continue there. So the ace is not an ideal card for us. We'll be calling sixes in the big blind here, and with a half pot bet, it's just gonna be a fold at this point. We have tens, but yeah, I've just been getting demolished. Sixes to a half pot bet and a call behind. I don't think we can really peel. Here I'm going to be 3-betting the tens. We're getting a call, and it's a pretty good board for a range. It's released to nines, but jacks, etc. Overall, though, you'll have some high cards. We're just going to bet a third with our range and take it down. We have jacks here, pretty good hand. So on this board, it's just not ideal as well. Three's gonna fold in middle position, but against a rec player, sorry, I think we can just get away with betting here on the high cards, on the high card texture, and that's a great turn. Now we want to get max value from a king, so we're just gonna keep betting around 2/3 or even 70% will work, and he's gonna fold. Either way, on a low turn, I think we just barrel again. He could be calling down with the queen. 7-8 offsuit is pretty close here. Against a rack, I guess, actually never mind, now that there's a caller we'll fold. But against a rack, maybe I'll consider defending. Sorry, my computer is also super laggy when I run OBS and Party Poker. Just keep finding these folds. So we have ace queen offsuit here. King 10's pretty close. We're gonna be 3-betting the ace queen against a somewhat reggy player. King 10. Considering I don't know much about the players in the blinds, I think I'm just gonna let this one go. 9-10 suited is an open. Get a call from a rec in the big blind. And this flop isn't ideal, but we can still have our overpairs. We have a tighter range in early position. Fours we can call or fold, doesn't matter. But for this specific hand holding against a rack, I know he's gonna have a wide range. We're gonna bet. There's a lot of turns we can keep betting on. They'll any spade, any jack, etc. We just drill the turn right here, and I'm just gonna fast play it. I'm gonna bet around half pot here to these two people. Post fold. But yeah, against the rack, it's they have a much wider range in the button. Sometimes they're calling things like 8-7 off, etc. We have a 4x open from early position, and 5 is in a great hand, but since we're closing the action, I guess it makes sense to set mine. Once again, we drill the set again, so it looks like we're running pretty hot today. He's gonna bet pot, and against this, I just wanna get all the money in right now against something like ace king. So we're gonna raise it pretty big since he is pot betting it. Hopefully, he just blasts off here with his ace king, ace queen sort of hands. On the turn, same thing. Gonna bet fairly large here. Try to deny all the equity from these flush draws and hopefully get him to blast off. I'm gonna jam. He has ace-5 for that insane cooler. It's good, we're running good today. I guess I should know that about him. Opening that ace-5 suited from early position. It's great because Partypoker made an update where you can now make notes in the hand reviewer. We have this guy's actually somewhat of a reg. So we're just gonna let that one go. We have kings here, and it's great because we have like 2 wrecks here in the blinds. It'd be great to just see them blast off. And we're gonna get a min bet here. Sometimes that means it's nutted. Other than that, we have kings, so it's gonna raise it, to 15. He's gonna be folding all his hands. Here we go. He's gonna bet, and even though it's a paired board, I still want to deny a lot of equity here. So I think I'm gonna bet somewhere pretty big here. Ace-3 suited, we can 3-bet some of the times. Okay, and then on the turn here, now we just have a pretty clear jam. Might have something like 9-10, but he also had things like Queen Jack, Queen 10, Ace Queen, King Queen, etc. that we want to stack. It's unfortunate if he does have a 9 though, or queens or something, but we just gotta live with that result. And we do get to fold, so looks like we were good. Here we have a double gutted limp pot with a rack. Trying to think, do we do much raising here? So we'll just call, play in position. I guess to these small bets now we can raise. Now we're gonna get 3-bet by this big blind here. That's gonna be a tighter range. Fours here can go either way. We have an aggro player in the button though, and a reg in the cutoff, so I don't mind letting this one go. On the cutoff, we'll definitely start opening all our pocket pairs. Fours, same thing in the cutoff. That's kind of where it starts. Jack 10, that's gonna be a good open for us. We have Queen 9 suited here. Could make a good 3-bet against the button or the cutoff. Somewhat low frequency. I prefer something like Queen 10 though. Jack 4 suited, it's close against the cutoff. We can call or fold here, I don't mind either or. We'll just start off with a call. We're going to be opening against this nit right here. And here is just, I don't really want to continue with a, just a double backdoor. I don't think it's enough, even to a small sizing. Here we get 3-bet by the nit, so I'm just gonna let this one go just because I just know that this guy's super tight. Like he called, I remember he called my 3-bet, my button 3-bet versus small blind with like queens, and also it doesn't 4-bet like ace king. So I just know he's overly tight, and he's playing that hand against him out of position. It's not really ideal. I'm gonna be opening the what is this? Ace 9 offsuit. Against a rec, we could 3-bet this, but again, it's super thin. I think we're 3-betting it about like 25% of the time or so. not even 20. I think it's just like very, very rarely. We're gonna be calling the ace 10 here. I have a gut shot to the nuts. That's pretty nice. Gonna bet pretty small, makes sense. It's a pretty good board for his early position opening range. Either way, you can't really fold to one bet. Check again. And now he just starts pumping it. We lose to a lot of things here, and having a gut shot isn't enough to call this bet. Just let it go again. Jack 10. Again, Jack 10 is, and the cutoff is very, very marginal as well. This time we're gonna let it go. Eights. Since the rate's so high, I'm gonna 3-bet this. I'm not really going to be having much of a calling range. Here we have 7, 8. And he's gonna 4-bet us. Okay, we're gonna go for the set mine here with 8s. Pretty terrible flop. But we have an easy continue against a small bet. So, no point in betting yet. He's gonna bet half pot. He does have some sort of, I just can't imagine, like, the only things I see checking this flop is like aces with the ace of diamond, or like just over pairs with a diamond, maybe ace jack of diamonds. So we're gonna call this. Flush comes in. Here it's gonna bet small with our okay flush draw and top pair into 2 people. This rack might have a wide range. Now he's gonna be betting half pot here. Kind of weird. Honestly, sometimes I feel like bluff catching, but it's like a lot of things that check the flop that can beat us. He does have some traps here. This guy's gonna call on the turn. I think we just keep betting. Not entirely sure what he's trying to rep here. Like definitely, I'm just trying to think. Definitely ace queen, ace king could be trying to put like my specific hand in a tough spot. I would never check back like a flush draw maybe. Okay, we're just gonna let it go. I'm gonna fold king queen off. Oh, I'm lagging. Okay, now we're gonna get, we see an open. Oops, I did lag out there. Here, we're gonna 3-bet this guy. I'm gonna fold the ace 9 off. E6 suited is gonna be an easy defend. This is a pretty nice flop for me, my range in particular. Let's start with a check. Don't think I'm doing much raising here. Would prefer something like 8-10 or 8-9. We're gonna mix in a better check on the on board 1. This time we're gonna check. Now we turn an open-ender, which is great. He's gonna check back. I think we can just now it's interesting here. We make 2 pair. He checks a turn. Not entirely sure how many 5s are. When he checks the turn, it's like oh shoot, I timed out. He's gonna bet. Man, I was gonna block bet the river. But this is just so weird. I don't think he has many 5s here. I think we're just gonna have to call this one off. Yeah, it just, On the sorry, I'm just trying to get my thoughts. I'm trying to speak my thoughts. I'm just thinking too much about the hand. Yeah, it just I thought the line was super weird. Okay, we have king queen off here. And we're gonna float here with the backdoor spades. Here we can 4-bet sometimes. This time we'll call. I have an easy continue against a 3rd bet. And since now he's checking, I think we can try to bluff some ace highs, but we're gonna have to go big here. Yeah, that 6-8 hand. I was just trying to say that I don't think he has many tens on this river. It looked more like he was just trying to steal the pot, given how the action went. I just imagined that a lot more tens would keep betting the turn. Now that he picks up some equity. Here we're just gonna range bet this on board 2. Just gonna let it go. So I'm just trying to talk and think at the same time. It's not really working. Our early position range crushes that board sort of thing. We have ace jack off. It's gonna make a nice open. Against small blind, I'm pretty sure we just call. Okay, so we have 2 overcards on a 9-2 board. Definitely small blind will have a lot of middling pairs here. Also some weird ace highs. I know he's a rec, much wider range. So we can mix in a check or a bet here. We're gonna bet small. And of course we 3-bet the king queen off here. Okay, great card for my range in particular. He could be making some floats. Yeah, and we want to start putting his nines in tough position. Here we get cold. There's a cold caller here, and he could have something like ace queen, ace king that he's too timid to 3-bet. But since we double block those, I don't mind going for a bet here. I'm gonna try and put his tens or like eights in a tough position. His small pocket pairs in that tough position. On a blank, I still think we keep betting. I'm just scared he's gonna jam on me. Please just have tens and fold right now. Thank you. I had top pair here on a drovey board. I don't mind doing some check raises sometimes, but with a weak 7, a vulnerable 7 in particular, I don't really want to do much check raising. So we're just gonna call. The flush comes in. Here I'm just gonna play my 9-8 super straightforward. It's gonna be betting here. Against a wreck here in the button. Interesting card. We now pick up an open ender, but the front door flush comes in. I think this is a scary card, much better for the button. I think we can start checking. Oh, he checks it back. Good. I knew we were good. Okay, interesting. Now on this after he checks the turn, I don't think he has like a flush. Maybe he does have some overcards that wanted to float. Something with like backdoor hearts. It's gonna block this river. Take it down. He had 8-9. Queen Jack isn't really an ideal hand to call a 3-bet, so we'll let it go. How long have I been doing this? Oh, we've been recording for 20 minutes now. Yeah, I guess we'll go a little bit longer. Ace Jack here. If Selena Gomez in the small blind calls, we'll 3-bet squeeze. Here it can be a mix. This time we're just gonna call. I'm gonna check this. We're gonna be calling with a 7-5 suited. and just horrible board. He's gonna check it. We're gonna float with ace jack. Check back this, of course. We turn a pair. Don't really see a reason to keep betting. Could have some diamonds. It's interesting. Can we bluff it? Here with the ace jack, I don't mind letting it go. Here we'll just... Should we go for like an overbet bluff here or something? I just think he has like some weak diamonds. I'll just still end up paying us off. Okay, we'll check it back. Nines, okay. Ace 9 suited, close to the bottom of my suited aces opening range. A pretty cool flop. We have an open-ender backdoor flush draw, and he's just gonna donk pot into us. Definitely not gonna be raising to a pot bet. We can just call, realize our equity on later streets. Not really ideal. He just downgrades to half pot now. Still could have something like a queen that just wants to take it down right away. Something we can keep calling. See what it does on the river. And this just looks so much like a queen trying to see a cheap river. The problem is I don't think I can raise here to get him off it. I just think that's like the most puntiest play in the world. I think this time we're just gonna let it go. Get him next time, pick a better spot. On board one with our backdoor straight, that's it. Don't mind going for a check fold or just giving up. Even just betting. I think all options are on the table. I'm gonna call here against this guy. We have bottom pair on this paired board. And he's gonna call. Have to give up. The board's much better for me. I think we can start, like, we can do a stab here. But I still think we, and he can call us with his overcards. Interesting, this guy checks the turn. Do we want to bluff this river? Yes, we do. Hopefully he has a missed flush draw. Actually, man, I don't even know if he checks his flush draws on the turn. Never mind. I think this guy's gonna call me down with an 8. Or a jack. That's weird how he checks that on the turn. That was a bad bluff. Here, that was like a bad play. Here, he's opening 4x, and even though this is in my 3-bet range, I don't want to be 3-betting a huge open. Man, that was just a punt right there with the ace 9. We should just check. We're gonna fold it. Jack 4 suited. We're gonna check this back. And I guess a snap bet, we just fold. We have ace king. 3-bet against this guy. We have top pair with a flush draw here, and we have the king of hearts. That's pretty nice. On this board, we can bet half pot or like 40%. Something like 3.5 makes sense. Get to fold here. Okay, we'll just make this our last orbit. I'm embarrassed by that ace 9 play. Holy crap. Threes, we'll fold it. I get check raised. What is going on, man? I swear this guy could have something like 9s, 4s makes sense, but I'd imagine he'd squeeze 9, so I guess maybe only 4s is here. Flush draws, but we block that. Let's see how big he bets on the turn. Okay, he's gonna bet pretty big. Might be fours. Either way, we still keep calling down. 6-8 gets there. It's not really relevant though. Think of how many bluffs he has here. So you could have flush draws like King X. I don't have any time bank. I think we're just too high up in our range here. We can't really fold. Hopefully he has a flush draw. Or a Queen Jack, a pure gutter. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to review that one actually. See what my friends say about it. It's interesting. It's a very interesting hand. Here with the ace, the specific combination, I don't mind mixing in a check here sometimes. This time we're gonna bet though. Fairly small. Alright, thanks for watching guys. See you next time.